Hi, how are you? My name is Marla Fernandez. I'm back. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to come on live and talk about differences. I wanted to talk about differences because in America, we can be different. What sets us apart from other countries is the fact that we allow for differences of opinion. And what's sad about today and Trump and what's going on, regardless of whether you love the man or hate the man, in America, you could do that. What you can't do is act on your hatred for the man. I think that was awful. And I think it's awful when liberals, they contradict themselves and are inhumane and hold a double standard. So while a liberal, the Democratic Party and its peeps can hold views that are contrary to the Republican Party and its peeps, it acts hypocritical when it condemns and it allows for people to be negative and harsh towards anyone when they're faced with a shooting. Right now, I am trying to gather my words. But it is very hypocritical to not be sad at the fact that a man almost died yesterday. I can't stand here and allow anyone, not even Biden, to suffer that. I wouldn't wish anybody to die, not even a Democrat. It's not right. It's not humane. We should love each other, at least enough to help each other, even if we disagree with each other. You know, I am not running for legislature because I'm a Republican or a Democrat. I'm running because I understand how to make law. And I understand that even though you disagree with me, I still have to listen to you and try my hardest to make laws that are even and balanced, despite our disagreements. My duty is to protect your life, your liberty, and your property, regardless of whether you agree or disagree with me on ideologies. I am Catholic. We are going to disagree. Fundamentally, as a Catholic, my duty is to obey God. My duty is to love my neighbor. My duty is to serve you regardless of whether you agree with me or not. Every piece of legislation that I would pass potentially if you nominated me, has to be balanced and even-handed. I cannot be a hypocrite by not listening to you. I gotta listen to you and balance my thoughts and opinions with your opinions. As a legislator, I need to carry your voice to the legislation and make sure that everyone knows what you believe in, what your opinion is, and what you would like. I am the best legislator because I care about you and you individually. I don't care about a collective group. They have no rights. Only you individually have rights. If you're a person divinely created, your rights I must protect. And I know this, but most politicians do not. I am not a politician. Yes, I'm a public figure. I allow you to get to know me. But I understand how government works. I understand how to research, think critically, and write legal documents. I know how to put aside my biases for the greater good. But we have way too many politicians that are so far removed from the individuals they represent and that don't listen to every single voice in their district. We don't live in a democracy. We live in a republic. In a republic, if you read my book at all, you elect people to represent individuals. You don't elect parties. You elect people who are going to listen to you. Listen to your ideas. Because every idea matters. Because you never know which idea is going to be the best one to solve the problem. And that's the problem we have today. We have far too many politicians with lackluster ideas that go nowhere. We have far too many politicians that shoot darts in the air and think this idea is going to work. And they don't think seriously about those ideas that they're moving forward. And we have far too many politicians that just bow down to their party rather than to the people that elect them. Far too many that don't understand their role as legislators. We have far too many Americans who are functionally illiterate. I think it's most 80%. 80% of Americans could barely read a law that is being made in our state legislature enough to follow it. Far too many don't know the laws that are being made. Have you gone and pulled a piece of legislation and actually read it and parsed it? Do you understand how to parse a law? Do you understand your rights to defend them? Do you really know what it is that you're defending? Government doesn't give us our rights. God does. Our founding fathers we live in a circle. And in this circle, we're in the middle. And God is over us. And we're circling around God and around the Constitution and around different laws, city laws, federal laws, state laws, family laws, church laws. And then the government, we circle around the government, which is on the outer parts of the circle. But God is centered in the middle around that circle. That's how our founding fathers created this country. We have a choice in this country whether to obey God or not. And it's okay if you don't want to obey God. Because the state law is supposed to make laws that correct that disobedience. See, it's not government I obey. I obey laws, and I obey constitutional laws. Do you know what a constitutional law is? Do you even know what ethics? Who decides the ethics in this country? It is God. Most of our criminal laws come from the Bible. If you can't understand that, go live in China. We don't obey man. We obey law. You see, that's why I'm running. Because most of you do not understand that. And it's taking a lot of you far too long to realize the rights that you have. Anyways, I gotta go. But if you care about your rights, you will put me on the ballot this November and write me in. Because I'm the best choice to build that bridge between the liberals and the conservatives. I am the right person to represent this district. I understand my rights. I understand your rights. And I know how to listen and act. Thank you. And I know we're going to disagree because I'm Catholic. And I know I cannot make a law that violates my integrity. I need to do and operate out of integrity. If you know what integrity means, it means that you obey God. Our ethics, our morality, our scruples are dependent on whether you have the right kind of education. Just because you have a formal education doesn't mean that you're educated. Education starts in the home. Community starts in the home. Our homes are being broken because our government is destroying the home, the family. That's where education starts. Thank you very much, and have a good day.